Hi, my name is Mike Weir, and I want to welcome you to the MHA 602. Or in fact, in our case, welcome you all back because I think right now I have two students on the roster, and both of you guys were with us the last 8-week course in 600. Want to go through a couple of ground rules, a couple of my thoughts for the course in this introductory video, and I hope you all watch it. And then we'll just get on with our business. This course will take us right up to about Christmas, so we'll go from fall into winter. First of all, the course is about public health. There's a little video on the home page that you can watch. I will tell you this course is not, and big emphasis on not about the COVID that we're crisis that we're facing right now. COVID flavors everything we do. We stay in the house. We don't go out. We do this. We do that. But it's not going to be a course that I'm going to teach from a COVID perspective. And in lots of cases, you can reference and talk about COVID. COVID isn't the be all or the end all of the course. No matter where you stand politically or scientifically, COVID is not on its waning right now. It's probably at its mid-course, and there's still a lot more time. And my hand prediction is it's going to be at least another 9 months to a year before we get back to what normal or what's going to be the new normal after COVID. Module 2, we talk about pandemics, we talk about herd immunity, we talk about a lot of the things dealing with pandemics, and COVID will be front and center there. But we're not going to drag this through the entire course as a teach COVID. The example I think of, it's like writing a whole story about a football game at halftime. A lot can change and will change in the next period of COVID. So it's not a COVID course, it's a public health course. There's only 2 people in this registered in the class right now. And so the dynamic of the class will be a lot different for you. For you, all of us who were in the last class, we had about 8 or 9 students. The discussion boards were fantastic. Everybody, almost to a person, I loved. There was a lot of exchange of information, a lot of change of thought, a lot of challenging, a lot of. It was just really a great educational experience. It becomes a little different with 2. So one of the things I want to tell you is I don't want to see a lot of quotes from the book. I read the book, you read the book. Let's not, base our entire statement on Mackenzie and such coming out of the book. Please do some other research, even to some of the supplemental readings that I have in your course. But if you just want to get by reading the book and using that for the discussion board, it won't work as well. And there was always, if it wasn't you, there was always somebody else in the last course that was bringing outside sources in. With 2 of us, I don't want to just keep ping-ponging back on an evaluation of Mackenzie. He has a bibliography at the end of his each chapter in module 2 so that you can get some additional reading on it. Again, the purpose of a online course is we all educate each other. So you educate your colleagues, and I'm me, and I educate you, and so we're all learning at the same time. Rereading the book for me or requoting the book for me is a learning experience. So I'll be a little more concerned that you're going to have to carry that load on every discussion board, as opposed to maybe the last time some of your colleagues did a much better job in bringing stuff out, and you sat back a little bit, and that was fine then. But now the spotlight is kind of on. In line with that, the requirement is in the syllabus says is 1 initial and 2 follow-up posts. With 2 people, that's kind of hard to do. So I'll look for 1 initial and 1 follow-up post. I look for them to be fairly meaty, fairly pithy, and kind of come to the point, do some research. And I want the follow-ups especially to be a little more challenging, a little more involved, and not something like, oh, great job, I saw something like that where I work, and it really, you're really true. Let's make those a little stronger. the so we're going to spend some time together on that. I will try every week to get into the discussion board with you to kind of give you some ideas and some thoughts. I tried to do a lot of that last time, just in the comments on your grading, and I'll do that. But I'll try to get and participate with you more in the classroom situation and the discussion boards to help out. The other thing is, last semester, and it's not particularly addressed to anybody in this class, but it's addressed to me. I got to the point where it was like there were no deadlines. You know, if you didn't have an assignment in, that was okay. Let's kind of Vince Lombardi, the coach of the Green Bay Packers, used to say that the three most important things in life are God, family, and the Green Bay Packers. And after that, everything fell in different places. So if you take Green Bay Packers out of there and put MHA 602, that's going to be kind of my theory. God, family, and MHA 602. So work hard to make some deadlines. Again, I've been there. I know that things happen. Kids get sick. Job gets crazy. You get sick. Christmas is, a weekend. You have, I think one of somebody, and I'm not sure who, had an opportunity to go away for a weekend and took it. I understand all that. But just let me know ahead of time. If you don't let me know ahead of time, I can guarantee you that I'm going to go by the syllabus and knock off grades the way it is. So if you're going to miss something, I want to know before 11:59 on Sunday night. I just want to tighten that up a little bit. It's going to be an exciting course. There's an awful lot of, as they say in the headlines to Law and Order, ripped from today's headlines that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the environment. We're going to talk about, obviously, pandemics. We're going to talk about what social obligations of medicine are. We're going to talk a little about our medical system and socialism and free enterprise. And I think after this election, a lot of these subjects are going to ring true, and you'll get a better feel of it. Again, I can't emphasize enough, contact me, talk to me. I'm paid to work with you. It's not an imposition on my part. I try to answer all emails within 6 hours. I try to, unless you're sending me one at 11 o'clock at night, and I'm an old man, I'm in bed by then, so it'll be the next morning. But I try to answer emails promptly. I'm responsive to text and phone if necessary. My office hours are your office hours. So all you have to do is drop me a line and say, can we talk at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night? If I can, I'll come back to you and say, fine. My bias, if you understand the way bias is, that's the way I normally fall. My bias is to make time for you. I'm retired, so most of my time is free, except when it isn't, and that's kind of logical. So I'm looking forward to a great course. I'm looking forward to working with both of you again. I enjoyed it last time, and I'm sure we'll have just as much, I'll have just as much fun. I hope you did with the course this semester. So thanks a bunch, and let's get going.